Hi, my name's Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to get into some people's feelings. And it's going to be all right. But I just want to talk about something about this concept of what are followers? What are subscribers? What is the point of all that? What are people trying to gain and get? Because I know that I have a completely different lens on this, but I'm trying to figure out more about what other people are trying to gain and get when they're looking for, like, I need more subscribers. When they sign up to these programs, I mean, I get like 5 emails a day, maybe not 5, 3 to 5 emails a day on, Mark, sign up with our program. We can help boost your channel to get you more views, get you more subscribers. Just pay this fee and we can help you with this and do this and help you with your thumbnails and help you with your SEO stuff. And I'm like, what is the point of that? What is the point of more followers? Because the main thing that I guess that I'm going to say with that is I don't want more people following me if they don't know who I am. If they don't understand my belief, they don't understand what I'm about. If I have to lie to someone to get followers, I don't know what is that? That's weird to me. That's something that I want to always be very clear, because I'm pretty sure I'm very clear in pretty much all of my content of I'm a Bible believing, I don't want to use the word Christian. That's not the correct word to use. But I'm a Bible believing Jesus freak, as a girl said to me. She's like, you one of those Jesus freaks. And I'm like, I am. I sure am. And I'm not ashamed to speak about it and say it and just stand on a rooftop. And I'm not going to yell because I'm not going to invade people's privacy or invade people's space and be in a noise complaint or noise nuisance to anybody. I'm just going to do what I got to do. And that's why I have my channel, to be able to freely do that you can go away and you can decide to stay all on your own. I'm not on the street corner telling people, because I don't believe in that. There's nowhere in states that that's what we should be doing as a, say, Bible believer, is standing on the streets and yelling and hooting and hollering and telling people you're wrong and you're not right and you need to get with me, you need to be like me. You know, that's not who I am. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'll talk to everybody, every single person I'll speak to. Will I go further and only thing that I could say is, like, date somebody that's not in the same belief system as me? No, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't go anywhere as far as being more intimate like that. But as far as my everyday, having, talking to people and interacting with people, I'm not going to judge you because you don't believe what I believe. That's not what I'm supposed to do. That's like the opposite of who I am. That's where there's a big issue with, like, church stuff and all that. They're all about, like, more control. And that's not what the Bible is about, is more control. Someone might say, oh no, see, look at this, but this is the thing. I don't think that most people even put their heart into it. You're only looking for the negative. You're looking for the bad without, like, looking to figure out what it is. Because that book is the foundational book of all books that I've ever read in my life. Every book leads back to that book. Everything that I learn leads back to that book. Every class, every seminar, everything I've ever done leads back to that book. Every conversation I have with anybody leads back to that book. Every relationship I'm ever in, it leads back to that book. Every dog that I own leads back to that book. Every animal I have out here, it all leads right back to that same source. That source of being able to allow me to keep on doing what it is that I'm doing and get into the places that I'm looking for in my life. And that's to find more peace in my life. To be able to learn how to, because in my mind, the only way I can see it today is the control is what is not giving us peace. And the control is what is manifesting more just craziness. Because that's the first thing that I've noticed with my dogs. So when I start letting the control go of these animals, oh my goodness, it's like, it's such more a blissful experience. It's I don't know how to explain it, but that's the only way that I can say it. It's so much more chill. I don't have to get hostile. I don't have to get loud. I don't have to get angry. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to have any of that behind me to just live and to be able to do. And I've noticed that that's one fast track way of being able to simplify your life. That's what's chaos going on right now. These dogs are chaos in most people's homes. And if you can't even get that under wraps of being able to get it to be able to function for you, to be able to just, like, be a contributing member to society in a positive way, and there's nothing to even move forward with in reality. So in reality right now in my life, in my personal life, this is my channel is my personal life of just being honest with what's going on with me and being honest with what it is that I do and being honest with where it is that I'm trying to be able to figure out where it is to go. But that's not for me to figure out. I've learned that in this past couple of years. It's not for me to think like I want to this. No, it's just for me to just live and learn how to be able to allow everything around me to just be able to be with me, and me not putting no judgment on it, me putting no hatred on it, me putting no expectations on anything, but just do stuff just because. I don't want anything from anybody. I don't want you to think that you have to give me something. I don't want you to think that, oh, you heard something that I said in the video, you have to write this email of how it's been able to help you. You don't have to do nothing. No expectations. That's the way that I've learned to be able to just really, I want to say, upgrade my life. But it's something that is always confusing to me when someone hears me speak and then they're not really sure about what it is that I'm talking about. And that's the part with where YouTube is kind of complicated, because you can come in for a video and hear something and then come in for another video and say, oh, I'm done with that. And that, for me, that's what I want. I hope people do that. I hope you don't just stick around just because. I hope you stick around because you've heard something and you said, wow, that's pretty interesting. I want to be able to learn some more about that. And then learn about what it is I say. And that's the thing. This is the biggest dilemma that I don't want to say it, but I'm just going to say it. People are so bent out of shape about Bible believers and what we think about other people. But yet, I don't want to use that word other people, but just hear it right. People that don't believe in that. But yet, the other side of it is the ones that put so much hatred out. They put so much just envy out. They put so much just rage out at someone that believes the Bible. So it's a weird thing in my brain when I hear that someone is saying to me, I don't like you because you believe the Bible. Almost in a way of saying that I also don't like you because you don't. But it's like, no, that's not the way it is. That's not what a true Bible believer is about. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm going to allow you to do what you do. But it's weird that it's like one person has to be on top of the other person. One person has to control the other person. But for me, I'm not here to control anybody. I'm not here to even control my own life. I'm here to just live it the way that whatever happens, happens in reality. That's the best way that I could speak about it. And it's been able to give me my best experience in my life. So it's something that, I do know. There's times that I make a week's worth of videos and I never say the name of Jesus. I never use the word Bible. And someone may come along in that first day of that week and listen, and then get to the point where it's like, oh, here it is. Because I remember it was like, I think it was August, September last year. I lost over 1,000 subscribers because I mentioned the name of the Bible and I mentioned Jesus was the one able to help me out with what it is that I do. I lost over 1,000 that week. 1,000. And I only have 3. I lost 1,000. And every single week, I'm always constantly losing and losing and losing. And that's the part of me, it's like, I could keep lying. I could hide. I could put it under the rug. I could leave it in the closet. I could just store it away in the storage unit and never try to bring it out to keep gaining more followers, to keep gaining more subscribers. But that's not what I'm about. That's not what I do. I'm about explaining my entire experience with what it is that I do. And if that's been able to help you if you're not a Bible believer, cool. Because that's I believe the God-sent blessings of what it's all about. You do not have to believe in anything to be able to get the help that I'm talking about in my videos in reality. You do not. That's I believe one of the coolest things. But for me personally, I just take it another step, not a step up, but another step. I add another step into it. When I talk about what I do, what the Bible talks about, and what it's able to help out people with, you don't need to believe in it at all, period, to be able to get the information from it, to be able to learn how to be able to have a better life on this planet. You don't need to. That's not in reality required from that book. But what's required from that book is if you want to take that next step to learn how to be able to do a little bit more. For me, I'm trying to learn how to be able to do more, to be able to help out more people, not only just my own self. And that's the part where it's like in my brain of looking at it, that book, taking that next step, that other step, the step over there is allowing people to be able to do things that just doesn't make sense. They're able to just keep making videos after videos after videos, talking about what it is that they want to talk about. And they just have this inspiration, this motivation, this drive, this passion to just keep going. They could just keep doing it over and over and over. No matter what's going on in the world, they just keep going. They keep performing. No matter what anybody says to them, they keep going. They keep performing. That's me. That's what I'm striving to be able to do. Not even wanting that, but it just came to me. It came to me, 3 years ago now. It just came to me. It just said, Mark, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. I was like, okay, I'll follow along. And then when I didn't follow along, just weird stuff starts going on in my life. Very weird things. So there's some people that just, you want to help yourself. You want to be able to figure out how to get yourself into a better place. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what every single human being on this planet should be striving to be able to do. But once you get to that place, that's where, in my mind, my opinion, that's where something on the outside almost kind of nudges you to let's do a little bit more now. Since you're finally doing pretty good, since you've been able to find ways to let the anger go, let the frustration go, let all these weirdness go, let your mood swings go, let it all go. Since you've been able to figure out how to be able to do that and get to a good place, in my mind, when your mind starts to get clear, it's the thoughts that come in that just keep going and going and going. When you start to get clear, I'm almost going to say, not a guarantee, but you're going to also want to figure out how to be able to explain something to somebody else because you're going to be so clear. You're going to be clear-minded. You're not going to be fighting anymore. You're not going to be running away anymore. You're going to be so clear in just what it is that you're doing and where it is that you're going. And you're going to want to be able to share that information. And then you're going to figure out how to be able to share that information in a way that's going to be able to benefit others the same way that it's been able to benefit you. That's the best word I could use here is that's the plague of the beauty of this planet. That if you're hurting and struggling, not many people are really wanting to keep people in that. But that's the part where it's the mask, the fakeness. You're hurting and struggling and you want people to follow you. You want people to watch you, so you keep lying. You keep acting like you're so excited, you're so fun, everything is so great, everything is so amazing. You're just like, woohoo, every day is awesome. I'm just out here making these videos, and you go, and later on, and you're just miserable. Absolutely miserable. That's not me. I don't want followers like that. I don't want subscribers like that. I don't want people to pay attention to me if I'm doing that. And I feel like I did it for a little bit. I made a couple videos months ago talking about how I was deviating from my main core message, trying to please. And I've never been one to make almost every video. I'll make a disclaimer. I'm going to get in someone's feelings in this video. Like, I'm not here to please. I'm here to say some information to just really get you thinking. Regardless if you like it or not, that's not the point of what it is that I do. And that's the part of where things can get complicated. Because if I'm on this YouTube, I'm making these videos to try to get more people to watch, more views, more subscribers, more followers, more everything. That method that I'm using right now isn't going to work. And I've proven that it doesn't work. It doesn't work to get it going anywhere. I could just straight up ignore a whole part of my life and act like it doesn't matter. I can say, just can't stand Jesus and it's no good. That stuff is fake. That stuff is phony. And I'm almost going to guarantee you, in a couple of weeks, my channel will probably quadruple in size, 10 times in size in reality. But that's not the reality of me. I don't want to lie. I don't want to hide. I don't want to deceive. Because I do know in our world today, most people, unfortunately, are completely against what it is that I believe. But it's weird that some people and a lot of people and tons of people in reality listen to what it is that I have to say, even if you don't agree with what it is that I believe in. Because I'm not here to push that on you. I'm not here to say that this is how you have to do it. This is the way you need to be. You better pray like this. You better be like this. You better do it like this. You better wear your hair like this. You better dress like this. That's church. That's where, in my mind, that video I made, I don't know what day, the other day, about you want to be controlled or you want to control. And that's what church kind of does. And a lot of people want to be controlled. You want that control. That's what I personally see when I look at in the concept of what church is all about nowadays. They're telling you what you have to do. They're telling you how you have to spend your money. They're telling you how you're supposed to be thinking. They're telling you what you're supposed to be doing. They're telling you how you need to look. They're telling you who you need to talk to. They're telling you who you need to be with. They're telling you everything. They're telling you got to do everything that they say. Then you got to sign up and be a member with them. And then there's just more and more layers of control. Control. Not allowing you to be able to figure out for your own self what it is that you should be able to do, who it is that you are. And that's what I believe is, in reality, kind of dangerous. But that's not me. I'm not on the corner yelling at you saying you better or else. That's the opposite of my message, is you better or else. I'm telling everybody how to get out of you better or else. I'm telling everybody how to get out of the control. I'm telling everybody how to get away from anger, how to get away from frustration, how to get more into learning how to deal with the issues that are going on inside of you and stop running from it and stop trying to fight it away and start to learn how to be able to just, the best word to use is accept it. It's there. You're mad? Awesome. Cool. It's an opportunity for growth right every moment that you're mad. Is to just sit in it. Watch it. Feel your body do what it does. You start to sweat. Just feel it. Just learn to enjoy it. And then it's going to eventually just disappear. It's going to disappear. It's going to go nowhere. It's just going to go to nothingness, into the abyss of the black darkness of nothing. It's going to disappear. That's my message. And that message comes from the Bible. But that message also comes from a lot of scientific things and studies that a lot of scientists have done. But at the same time, that's where I always will give pushback to scientific things, because it's not complete. We know what we know until this point right now, because there's always every time with science, everything, there's always something new that we find later on. Some stuff in our lifetime, or even the past 100 years, nothing we found was new. But give it 100, give it 200, give it 300, give it 1,000 years from now. And watch how we're going to expand upon that. That always happens. It always happens with everything in science. We keep expanding upon it. We keep learning more and learning more and learning more. That's, to me, the beauty of these lands. That's why my channel is about my journey of what it is that I'm doing. I'm constantly learning. I want to hear what someone has to say on the complete opposite side that I talk about and I do, to learn more about that and what's going on with that. To learn more about what is also still out here to be able to understand. No one has just everything figured out. And that's the part of when I hear someone say that, I kind of really want to talk to that person, because they think that it's all they got. It's just done. This is it. This is it. There's no more than this, and this is where we are, and this is all that it could be. I love talking to those people because I'm not coming at you and judging you. I'm not coming at you and telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you you're right. You're right for what it is, how you view the world. And I want to be able to listen to that. I want to be able to conversate with that. That's growth. If I just constantly keep going to the people that just say the same stuff as me, that's not growth. And that's a huge lesson that I learned just recently. I don't remember what the passage and verse is on that, but what good is it on and what reward is there in talking to people that believe the same thing as you? It's talking to those that oppose what you believe in is where the reward is. It's meaningless to just talk to people that I already just get along with over and over and over and over and over. I'm not going to grow. I'm going to just stay stagnant. And that's a beautiful thing because that's how our planet is. It's constantly growing. It's constantly shifting. It's constantly changing. It's constantly getting into, someone may say a worse place, but a better place. Or even if it is getting to a worse place, cool. We can keep going to experience that, to be able to realize what we messed up with and where we need to go. Because for me personally, I started off this channel just straight up every day was a Bible verse and a Bible sermon and reading books and books and books. And I probably almost at this point, dang near, read most all of the entire Bible on videos that I used to make when I first started doing this. That's what my channel started off with. My videos used to be like 3 hours, they were 3 hours long. And then I figured out how to be able to get it down to about an hour and a half. And then I figured out how to be able to get it down to about 40 minutes. And then I figured out how to be able to about 20, 30 minutes. But I used to do 3+ hour videos every 7 days a week for 2 straight years. I did 3+ hour videos over and over and over. Talking about, that's my foundation. That's where all of this started from. That's where everything is from the beginning of what it is that I was doing when I was struggling with these dogs. That's the start of everything. And if I'm going to sit here and say, like, that's not me, that's not what I'm about, that's not what my channel is, that's not what my journey is about, I'd be lying to just get people to watch me, to get people to keep on clicking, to get people to keep on saying, I like this, I like this. And that's not what I'm here to do. And that's not even, at the end of the day, this is why it's hard for a lot of people to even read the Bible, because it's not here to make you feel good. It's here to say something to you to just really conflict you, to say, hey, I know I'm struggling with that. And that gets in your feelings. And then you get all this, like, you get this, oh my goodness, I can't believe it said that. You got to sit in that and sit in that. If you start to get angry because of someone uses the word Bible, you start to get angry because you read a passage in that book, that's proof that you need something, you need to work on that. You can't keep running from it and you can't keep trying to fight against it. You got to work on it. You got to figure out how to be able to become indifferent to it. You can't just keep going at this battle with it. That's proof in my brain that there's something wrong going on here. And that's what that book is. And that's why that book in reality drives so many people to absolute just enraged. It enrages people. It enraged me when I'd first be reading it. Like, this can't be right. And that means I have stuff that I need to work on because I should just be calm and patient about it. You know, it's weird that I could be calm and patient about reading that book today. I could be so indifferent to it that when I hear people say some crazy stuff to me and crazy stuff about me, it just bounces off like, cool, buddy, like, go ahead and go away then. If that's what you want to do, it's I don't want to use this word, but it's meaningless to me because I've learned how to be able to just let that frustration, let that anger, let that rage just go. Just let it go. And when I get it, I sit in it. I don't try to run. I don't try to do I just sit in it and I say, hold on a second, Mark. Why are we mad right now? What's going on? And then I learned that over and over and over and over with everything in my life. And what's cool is when I do that, that's where I start to see a better dog. Because dogs, I had a talk with someone the other day. It really got me thinking. I don't think that humans are supposed to have anger and frustration because animals don't know how to really read that from us correctly. And that's what I believe is weird about the dogs, on how you could be angry and you could literally hit the dog and the dog will still come back to you. I don't think they know what that is, because if they did know what that was, they wouldn't come back. There's just no way they would come back if we were hitting them. They're looking at our anger as a sense of, it's almost like excitement, and it's a good thing. It's not that it's a bad thing. I don't think they understand it. And that kind of just further puts me into something must have happened to us as humans from when we were created to be in this place now that we something shifted. Something shifted. Especially just with these dogs and seeing that, it's a really weird experience to just realize, like, how the heck how can we do what we do to them? And it's because it's creepy because they're so similar to us and how they function and how they do. Because horses are the same way. It's so strange how you can literally just whip a horse and whip it and whip it and whip it and whip it. And it just comes back to you. And it appreciates you more, even in a way. It's so strange. You can just put it in a round pen and just keep spanking its butt. And you could hit your whip. You can start beating that horse on its face. And it will put its head down and look at you. It'll come up to you and appreciate you. That's so strange. And those are the two animals that are like super similar to how they function and how we are as humans as well. But I don't think that they have anger, and I don't think they know what it is. But we do. And it's something that we as humans need to figure out how to be able to overcome. That's what I believe is almost like the life journey of life, is learning how to overcome anger. Because when you are able to overcome anger, you're able to do some things that is going to be very interesting to most folks. You're going to be able to be in situations. And that is the way in reality of what I was just talking about in the beginning of this video, how I'm trying to figure out how to be able to help other people. Because when I'm not angry, when I'm not frustrated with what someone is saying and doing, I'm gonna have a whole different way of communicating back to you. It's not going to be hostile. It's not going to be angry. It's not going to be mean. It's not going to be a debate. It's not going to be a battle. It's not going to be a fight. It's not going to be anything. And the other person's going to have to look at that and say like, oh, I was sitting here just enraged, just yelling at this person, but yet they came back at me so compassionate. It's going to make them think, what's going on with that? That's all that I'm here to do, is to get people to start to think, not to change you, not to say you need to be like me. You need to read like me. You need to study like me. You need to believe what I believe in. You need to exercise and eat like me. You need to do everything I do. You need to drink like me. You need to have the same phone as me and have the same shirt as me and have the same camera and microphone as me and have the same minivan as me. And you need to do everything the same as me. No, please don't. I'm sick and tired of seeing that stuff in my life personally. I want you to have what you have, what you want, what you desire. And in reality, most of us don't know what that is because we're so caught up with anger. And then anger is forcing us to do some things that is not who we are. It's forcing us to be not who we are. And that's the biggest thing of that I'm always going to continue to keep talking about. And for me, at the end of the day, someone might say, oh, don't you want your channel to grow? Don't you want more followers? Don't you want more? No, I want just the one. If there's one out there that says, man, this guy's saying something and they're still there, the one. I don't need millions. No one in reality should even strive for that. I'm looking for just one person that I can say something to that says, hey, I'm trying to be able to help you out with being able to figure out how to be able to get you to stop fighting and running away from your anger and from your frustration and and learn how to get guilt away, learn how to get your envy and jealousy away, learn how to get all of this out of you, learn how to just be able to just make it disappear. And you could just dance through this world. And when you're able to see and do that, you're going to notice that things around you and everyone around you is also going to be able to they're going to see something. And it's just going to be a very, very strange experience. And that's all that I care to do. That's it. Because that's what I've been trying to figure out how to do on my own self. And lately, just finding new research and finding new stuff and finding new people talking about some things has been able to fast track, I guess I can say, things on that level. Been able to fast track me to be able to learn how to, because it's a concept when I just really heard it for that first time, to learn how to start to really be indifferent to your environment, your world, your everything, your thoughts, everything. Be indifferent to it. You hear a thought that says, hey, you should this, and it's just say, hey, I don't know. Nope. That ain't me. I don't know who that is, but that ain't me. That's something else that's in there trying to tell me and trying to make me do something. That's trying to drive me into doing something. And I'm not going to follow that. I'm going to let that anxiousness go. I'm going to let that sensation in that body go. I'm going to let that heat rush go. I'm just going to move on and move away and continue on my life. And I've been able to fast track that with some information that I've been able to find. And I believe that is the main thing of what I know that I've been talking about since I started my channel, because I used to be extremely angry. I used to be just so hardcore on everything better look the way that it better look. I'm telling you, or else. I used to be an or else type person like no other. I was or else with everything. With everything. I mean, with a dog, everything. With the kid, with the wife, with the girlfriend, with the parents, with everything. You better this or else. And you don't want to see what's going to come from that or else. Because I would go and do whatever to be able to make sure that I got back at somebody because they did something to me that I felt like they did in a negative way. And in most cases, they probably weren't even doing anything wrong. Because that's how I realized that something was really wrong with me. It was because I'm sitting here getting mad at a dog. And the dog can't possibly be doing anything to sit here and be getting back at me. It's not. It's just living. And that's when I started really studying these dogs more. I started seeing more about what's going on, what's wrong, what's the matter here. And I really started to figure that out. Thank you. Hi. I don't know. I think most people, I would put this in the category of get on the YouTube for fame. They want more people to watch them, to see them, to listen to them, to just get more followers. Because I go on this live section sometimes, the little shorts lives, and I see people always on there with the little thing holding their subscriber numbers and just trying to like begging every day, every moment, like, please subscribe, please like, please subscribe. I believe that that's what most people are doing. Most all, they just want numbers and they'll do anything to get those numbers. I mean, anything, all the way to the point of lying and being deceptive. They'll lie to just get more subscribers. And that's just not at all what I ever started YouTube for. I got my ads on because if I turn it off, they gonna run the ads because I already tested that. They run the ads anyways, so I might as well get my 45% of it and use it to help someone else out. But they're gonna run it. They're gonna run them even if I say put no ads. YouTube was different years ago. You could say no ads and it literally wouldn't put it on there. But today they changed it in the past, I think, 2 years that they still run them. So I'm like, I can get my $1,000 and go ahead and get some meat birds and give them away and help someone else out. But I've never was like, please subscribe, please like, please share this. I don't think I've made a single video in I probably got well over 1,000 plus videos at this moment now. I probably got 12 or 1,300 in reality, thinking about the years. I don't think in one single video I've ever said that, because that's the only word I can use is I don't care. I don't. And I care to just say something to help someone else out. I don't care to be in this, I want to say everything so nice and so right so that you'll like me. That's not who I am. And in reality, that's not what the Bible is. It's not there for you to like it. It's not written so that you just like enjoy it and you're just reading this book that's just like, it makes you feel good all the time. It's not there for you to like it. It's there to make you realize that there's change that needs to happen. And that's me. I'm here as a person speaking from that book that's talking about the changes that we need to do to be able to have what it is that we're looking for. The changes we need to do. And you're not going to like it. You're not going to like the changes. You're going to be trying to fight at it like no other. You're going to be mad about it. You're going to be disagreeable about it. You're going to be everything negative about wanting to do the change that I talk about doing. Everything. It's going to be hard for you. Really hard. Simply just stop petting a dog, for instance. And that's hard for a lot of people. I've seen it. I've been in houses that I say to not do that, and I can see your face. You're like, I don't think I could do that. And I'm like, I hear you. But more than likely, that's something that needs to happen. Needs to happen. The change is, it's not this like feel good stuff. It's hard. It's very difficult. And if you decide that I want to do that, then do that. And know that it's going to be hard and difficult. And know that it's not going to be this fairy dust fun stuff that's just all smiles and giggles and it's a great, no, it's going to be some of the hardest stuff that you're going to deal with in your life. And that's my understanding today. The more I keep living that's the purpose of our lives, to figure out how to be able to push through that change and then start to make it easier and easier, because now it's not something that you're fighting against anymore or running away from anymore. It's something that, it's something that you're deciding that you want to work through, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard.